Hello everybody, welcome back to Universe Rewritten, the Total Extreme Wrestling channel where I take parts of wrestling history, give them a little twist and create a story in that new universe. This is episode 2 of ECW ReBorn. In today's video, we've got our second event, ECW AfterShock, which will see a new championship created, a shocking meltdown, and a tag team main event. So a lot going on. And just before we do get into the video, do just want to say, like I said in the video on Tuesday, but just in case anybody didn't watch that, I did record Tuesday's backstage video and this one with the event all as one video, so there might be little bits and pieces where I'm talking about backstage as if it's the same video, but just bear with it. It was either that or I released the one video as a 50-minute long video, and nobody wants to listen to me for 50 minutes non-stop, do they? So yep, that is what has happened, that is what's going on. And so yeah, let's get into ECW AfterShock. We are once again in the ECW arena for ECW AfterShock. It is a sold-out crowd of 1,500 hungry, rabid, bloodthirsty ECW fans, and Joey Styles is beginning the show. He talks about all the good things that happened last month at ECW ReBorn, like the three-way matches that were won by Kidman and Tajiri, who will go one-on-one tonight. The Sandman beating the hell out of David Flair. And of course the big news of Mick Foley being the new owner of ECW. RVD then comes out to interrupt. He interrupts and he says that, oh, that was awesome, Joey, and the night should have been the best night of RVD's life because he did win the ECW title, but a scumbag named Vampiro ruined that by attacking him from behind and stealing the championship belt before he got to hold it in his hands. So therefore tonight can be Vampy Boy's lucky night, as he can get a shot at the title for real if he has the balls to face him tonight. Vampiro's voice then booms around the ECW arena, and eventually he's found standing in the eagle's nest as he says, well, who's an angry man then? Maybe it has something to do with what I currently hold, as he raises the ECW belt above his head. You've wanted to get your hands on this for years, and I managed it in just one night in this company. So seeing as you want this so bad, that means I have all the power in this situation. So here's what we're going to do. I don't want to fight you one-on-one tonight. In fact, what I want to do is I'm going to find a partner. And because I'm a kind guy, you know what? I'll let you find a partner and we'll have a tag team match tonight. And when I pin you in front of all these idiots, you'll have to give me a match next month for this ECW title. RVD says, fine, that sounds good. I can't wait to kick your... But before he can finish the sentence, he gets laid out from behind by Chris Kanyon. And Vampiro goes, oh yeah, I already have my partner. And as RVD is left unconscious in the middle of the ring, that is how this segment ends. It gets us a 49 rating for the segment. The crowd is hot and rising. And part 1 of the segment got a 52 for the RVD promo and Joey Styles opening the show. Vampiro's response only got a 44, and then RVD getting attacked got a 51. The storyline has advanced, but it has lost heat, and Vampiro did not do well without a script to follow. So, yeah, might have to remember to keep scripting Vampiro in the future. But we move on to our first match of the night, which is an opening round match in the new ECW television title tournament, and it's Lance Storm defeating Too Cold Scorpio in 13 minutes 52 by submission with a single leg Boston Crab. The match was designed to tell a specific story, and yeah, 66 rating for the segment. Lance Storm got a 70, still producing good ratings. Too Cold Scorpio only got a 50. Neither man got a decent rating for their gimmick. Lance Storm with the better of the two, with adequate for his Iceman gimmick, and Scorpio with an awful for his gangster gimmick. Might have to change Too Cold Scorpio's gimmick. I don't know. But the crowd is now white hot, which I do like to see. And next up, we have got a Christopher Daniels promo. Christopher Daniels debuting in the company. He walks into the ring slowly, calmly, methodically, some might say. He gets himself a microphone and he just says, "You don't know my name." The crowd yells, "Damn right, damn right, damn right." But you will. I didn't come here for fame. I didn't come here for money. I came here because this place, this ECW, is rotting. Boo! You call it extreme, I call it desperate. He paces around the ring slowly. Men throwing themselves off balconies to get a pop. Women being put through tables because you sick animals chant for it. Chairs, blood, fire, barbed wire, and for what? He stares at fans in the front row. For your amusement, for a holy shit chant that lasts 10 seconds and is forgotten the next morning. Pathetic. Boo! The crowd are booing louder. You see broken tables. I see broken souls. You see warriors. I see addicts. Chasing pain because they have no purpose. But I have purpose. I've always had purpose. I am the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Some of the crowd starts buzzing because some of them recognise the name. And while your favourites destroy themselves for your applause, I will dismantle them, mind, body, and soul, and offer them up as a sacrifice to the truth. I am the reckoning you didn't know you summoned. I am your unwanted revelation. I am not here to bleed. I am here to judge. He pulls back to the centre of the ring. This ring, this company, this religion of violence is in need of a new Messiah. And sometimes salvation wears black. Now bring me my opponent. He drops the mic. No music, just silence and stunned crowd reaction as he paces around the ring. And he does indeed get an opponent. But before we get there, his gimmick has got a very good rating. This segment has got a 60, which I'm very, very happy with as well. And his opponent is the Blue Meanie, the morale officer himself. And well, this has dropped the quality, hasn't it? 35 segment rating for the match. Christopher Daniels only got a 27. He got out wrestled by the Blue Meanie, who got a 37. That's surprising, but Christopher Daniels did, of course, get the victory in 9 minutes 15 with a sit-out pedigree. Hopefully it's just a case of bad opponent for Christopher Daniels. Hopefully he can improve as time goes on, because we're going to need him to, because as that promo just suggested, I've got big plans for Christopher Daniels. But, oh well, moving swiftly on. And next up, we have got Tommy Dreamer with RVD backstage. Dreamer tells RVD that he's going to be his partner for the tag team match tonight, so he can try and get some revenge on Kanyon, who attacked him last month at ECW ReBorn, and to help RVD get his ECW world title back. And so, yep, 46 for the segment, just a quick little 2-minute segment backstage. And so the Dreamer and Kanyon storyline has advanced, as has the RVD and Vampiro one, but RVD and Vampiro has lost heat. So that's a little bit disappointing, but 46, quite happy with that. And next up, we have got Ron and Don Harris, aka the Bruise Brothers, and much like they did at ECW ReBorn, they have defeated a couple of ECW originals in Mikey Whipwreck and Super Crazy. It was a wild brawl. It only went on for 8 minutes 25, but they of course got the victory, did the Harris brothers. 47 for the segment. Ron and Don with 40 and 42 respectively. Super Crazy with a 46, and Mikey really letting the team down with just a 37. But yep, Ron and Don Harris, they again get another victory. They're going to be a big part of the early days of the new ECW tag division, as and when I get that up and running, because we don't have too many teams right now. If anybody knows of any tag teams that can be hired at the start of this mod, the start of this save, then please do let me know, because I would like to get a few more tag teams who might be able to get some decent ratings. But yep, as for now, just a normal basic ECW tag match, bit of a wild brawl, and the Bruise Brothers get the victory. Joey Styles is in the ring. He says that he's been asked by Mick Foley to welcome a true legend of professional wrestling, a man who didn't just change wrestling, he changed everything around it as well. He's controversial, he's chaotic, he's violent, and he's never ever had a filter. He feels like a perfect fit for ECW. He's taken a coconut to Jimmy Snuka, a chair to Morton Downey Jr., and the entire industry to the edge. And now, for the first time ever, he's stepping into an ECW ring. Philadelphia, get on your damn feet. Please welcome the original agent of anarchy, the hot rod himself, Rowdy Roddy Piper. And Piper comes to the ring as the crowd chants his name, and holy shit, as he steps in the ring, he shakes Joey Styles' hand, he takes the mic and he says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I've always heard about ECW and always wanted to come here, but never had the chance until last month when I was in the back watching the show. And you know what I saw? I saw a lot of guys that I'd never seen in person before show the heart, the desire and the drive that I remember from a time and an era that I thought was long gone. But seems here in this place, the ECW arena, the true heart of pro wrestling still beats as strong as it ever did. And on top of that, I got to have a few beers. Well, maybe more than a few, with the Sandman. And my gosh, what a guy he is. If you ever get a chance to drink with him, you gotta do it. Well, that's all I got for now. I just wanted to say hello and thank you to Mick Foley for letting me take a bit of time to talk to you all. I really do hope this ECW is going to be a success and is going to live on for a very, very long time. But before he can leave, Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten storm the ring and attack Piper with chairs, and they lay him on a table. But before they can put him through that table, that man himself, the Sandman, comes through the crowd and he makes the save, chasing Mahoney and Rotten off with his kendo stick. And Sandman checks on Piper and helps him to the back. I told you I had a surprising storyline for Balls Mahoney to be involved in, but I think it kind of makes sense. As we do get along in the next few shows, you will see that it will make sense. But the segment rating got us a 61. Piper's part, the initial part, got a 60, as you would expect. Mahoney and Rotten's attack only got a 54, and Sandman's save also only got a 54, but 61 for the segment. And the storyline, Piper and Sandman against Mahoney and Rotten, it has begun. And so, yeah, quite happy with that segment rating, 61. And then next up, we have got another ECW light heavyweight three-way match as Tiger Mask the Fourth, Kid Cass and Chavo Guerrero all take each other on. And in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, it's Chavo Guerrero getting the win to make up for him not winning at ECW ReBorn. He defeated Tiger Mask and Kid Cass when he pinned Kid Cass with a tornado DDT. The match was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. It got us a 58 for the segment, Tiger Mask only with a 46, Kid Cass with a 55, and Chavo Guerrero with a 53. So yeah, another three-way match. I really like these matches in the original ECW, so we're going to be seeing a lot of these as the save goes on. But yet 58 for this segment. The crowd is still very, very hot. And then next up, we move on to another first round match in the ECW television title tournament. And in a decent wild brawl, Kensuke Sasaki has defeated Sabu by pinfall with a three-quarter Nelson suplex. Only a 51 for the segment. Sabu only getting a 47. Sasaki with a 54. Crowd is still hot, but Sasaki moves on to the second round of the ECW television title tournament. And the show moves on. And we have got a big promo here. Terry Funk is coming to the ring. He gets a microphone. He's already crying in the ring. He's trying to wave off the tears. He's nodding at the crowd as the crowd is chanting his name. Terry, 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 Funker, Funker, Funker. I think it's more likely the first chant. They'll be going for. But anyway, he grabs a microphone and he goes, thank you so much. I didn't think I'd see it again. I thought this place, ECW, was dead. I thought it got swallowed up like everything else real in this business always does. But look around. Here we are. The lights are still flickering, the blood stains ain't dry, and the heart of professional wrestling is still beating in South Philly. ECW, ECW, ECW chants ring around the arena. You know, I've fought in Japan, I've fought in stadiums, heck, I've even fought in horse barns, but ain't nothing ever felt like this place. Not the chaos, not the love, not the fight. This place was built by outlaws, by warriors, by men who didn't give a damn what the suits thought. And I'm proud, damn proud, to still be standing in this ring with all of you crazy sons of bitches. Thank you, Funk. Thank you, Funk. Thank you, Funk. Chants again ring around the ECW arena. Just want to say I'm not here to take anybody's spot. I'm just here to see ECW breathe again and maybe have a little fun kicking a few more asses before I ride off for good. But before he can leave the ring, Mike Awesome's music hits. Boo! Awesome walks out. He's got no mic, just cold intensity. He gets into the ring. He stares at Terry Funk, who gives him the mic. And then Mike Awesome. You're proud, huh? You're proud of the company that buried real talent under barbed wire and nostalgia. He circles Funk. You think ECW's back because of you, because people want to see a broken down cowboy wobble around the ring, bleeding for attention. Funk's smile starts to fade a little bit. You're a relic, Terry, and I'm sick of ECW worshipping the past when I'm the guy who carried it into the fucking future. I didn't come back for speeches. I came back to finish what I started. He drops the mic. Sorry if anyone's wearing headphones, by the way, but I thought that was needed for dramatic effect. Headbutts Funk out of nowhere, and a match between the two begins. Mike Awesome versus Terry Funk. And this promo segment only got a 46. Funk got a 49 for his part. Awesome got a 35 for his promo. And the Headbutt got a 46. And so we're going right into that match. And in a match which becomes an I Quit match, Terry Funk beats Mike Awesome in 13 minutes 29 by submission with the world famous spinning toe hold. And it got a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. The match was designed to be chaotic. And yeah, 47 for the segment. Little bit disappointing, but Terry Funk does indeed defeat Mike Awesome, and that gets a huge ovation from the crowd. And the crowd is still very hot. It got a 45 rating from the crowd, and Terry Funk is victorious over Mike Awesome. And we move on to a promo in the ring. Billy Kidman and Yoshihiro Tajiri have made their entrances, and they're in the ring about to begin their match. But before the match can start, Mick Foley comes to the ring carrying a plastic bag. And as he gets into the ring, he says, sorry guys, but before this match can start, I need to give everyone a quick story and an announcement. You see, people have asked me, why Mick? Why Mickles? Why did you buy ECW? What was it about the company that I loved so much that I just had to save it? Was it the extreme matches? The guys like the Sandman, Terry Funk, Raven, Taz, Sabu and others had. And yeah, that was certainly part of the reason. But another huge part of what made ECW so special was the smaller guys, the luchadors, the cruiserweights, the light heavyweights, whatever you want to call them. The likes of Super Crazy, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio Jr., Little Guido and others had some incredible matches and launched their careers. So that's why I booked the 2 three-way matches last month and the one earlier tonight, because I wanted to see who is the best of the guys we have now in my ECW. So I'm making this match for the brand new ECW Light Heavyweight Championship. And the crowd goes, wow. Crowd goes, ECW, ECW, ECW. and Tajiri and Kidman both have a look at the new ECW Light Heavyweight Championship, and now they look even more determined to win this match as Foley leads the crowd into a chant of EC as he leaves the ring. That then takes us immediately into that light heavyweight title match. And in a decent match, Billy Kidman beats Yoshihiro Tajiri in just over 13 minutes with, of course, the shooting star press. The match was designed so that the wrestlers could go out and try and steal the show. Billy Kidman, of course, wins the light heavyweight title. The segment gets us a 63 rating. Billy Kidman gets a 62. Tajiri gets a 60. And the storyline between these two is still going to be ongoing. And it has indeed gained heat. So the crowd is still very hot. Wrestling rating 61. Crowd only 40, which is a little bit disappointing. But we do indeed move on with Billy Kidman as the first ever ECW Light Heavyweight Champion. And what we move on to is Mike Awesome backstage. He is furious. He is shouting, "You saw it. You all saw it. You all saw it." He throws a chair out the way. "I had that old bastard beat. I should have broken him in half." But no, this is ECW, where heart matters more than talent, where being some crusty, blood-stained legend means more than being the most dominant son of a bitch this company ever had. And he points directly at the camera. "I was ECW's future. I was the damn blueprint. And now look at me. Now I'm tapping out to a man who should have retired 10 years ago." Forget it. I'm done. You hear me? I came back thinking this place was different. I was sold a damn lie by that bastard Mick Foley. Reborn, better, but it's just the same damn circus with more scars and louder chants. I hope you're all real proud. You got your hardcore moment. You got your precious Terry Funk. You got your fairy tale. But you lost Mike Awesome. He steps out, turns back towards the exit door for one last line. "I quit. And ECW, you can rot without me." He slams the door behind him as the camera fades to black. And yep, the segment only got us a 29, which is probably for the best, because that is indeed Mike Awesome's last appearance in ECW already. I told you when I was talking about the backstage stuff that Joey Styles being made head of talent relations had caused problems, and this is the problems it has caused. That really, really annoyed Mike Awesome. That and me asking him to be a stooge. Those two things, plus him losing to RVD for the world title at Reborn, those three things altogether led to him asking to leave the company already. So, Mike Awesome, he is the first departure in this save. And, well, with a segment rating like 29, I'm going to say good riddance, fella. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Well, you've already left, apparently, according to that last segment. But, yeah, you are done. No idea what he's going to do in the future. Might keep an eye on him, see where he ends up, but we shall see about that. But yet, Mike Awesome is out of ECW, 29 segment rating, and we move on. And we move on to the main event of the evening. It's RVD and Tommy Dreamer versus Vampiro and Christopher Canyon. In a decent match, Vampiro and Canyon get the win. They defeat RVD and Tommy Dreamer in just under 19 minutes when Vampiro pins Tommy Dreamer with the Michinoku driver the second. And well, it gets us a 60 for the segment, 64 wrestling rating, 50 for the crowd. Tommy Dreamer only got a 58. Vampiro only a 53. That's disappointing. I've got Vampiro in my main event world heavyweight storyline, and he's pulling out 53s. What on earth is that, Vampy Balls? Vampy Balls, you need to get better. I know you're in extremely poor form, but you need to sort that out, fella. Please sort that out, and sort that out soon. Canyon got a 65. RVD, of course, was the headline act with a 78. The Dreamer and Canyon storyline, sorry, has gained heat, so that's nice to see, as has RVD versus Vampiro. I believe I set this to be a wild brawl or mayhem. Hardcore. I just set it to be a normal hardcore ECW match, but apparently the match went a little too long for it to be a hardcore match. So that might be something I have to keep an eye on. But yep, 60 for the segment, and we move on to the end of the show, which sees Vampiro leaving the ring once more with the ECW title in hand. But before he can get too far away, Foley, or Foley, according to my typing, Foley comes out to the ring and says that Vampiro has got his match for next month, and it will indeed be for the ECW title, but it will be held inside a steel cage. So that is the main event for our next pay-per-view, all set. I've not named the show yet. You'll have to come back next time to see what that event is going to be. But yep, 62 rating for the segment. And so that ends the show. We'll see what the rating is, and then I shall let all you people go. And well, what do we think? I still think mid-60s. I'm going to say 64. 64, I'm guessing, for the whole show altogether. And 60! Oh. Well, the Christopher Daniels match and the awesome promo really did hurt us, didn't it? Because I think without that, there's a few things that weren't as good as what I would have liked, but 60 rating for the show, and the show lost us popularity in one region, but it also increased our popularity in 17 regions. So I'm not going to address the locker room. I'm going to skip that. Financial report: we made $600,000. Money is not going to be a problem in this save, is it? Money is not going to be an issue. And so after that popularity recap, here we go. So yeah, Tri-State, we went down in Tri-State, but we are still at 60s. But everywhere else we are broadcast, we went up. So that is fairly nice to see. Shall I do the media scrum? No, I'm gonna leave the media scrum, and that's where we are gonna leave it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video is currently quite long. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to split it up into one bit or 2 bits just yet. I am thinking of releasing the backstage stuff first, so you might be seeing that on Tuesday, and then if I do that, you'll be seeing the actual event and the actual show on Thursday. So that's something for me to go away and decide on, because I think this video right now is about 15 minutes long, and nobody wants to listen to me for 15 minutes non-stop, do they? So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So yep, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. If you are new around here, please do subscribe to the channel. The sooner I can get to 100 subs, the better, so that I can name my channel properly on all my links. That would be very, very nice. And also follow me on Twitter at SpenComs, SpenComms. That is where you will find me. That's where you'll find out about all my videos, all my football, soccer commentaries for you Americans out there. And yep, guys, thank you so much for watching. And yep, thank you all so much. I shall see you all next time.